I'm back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Other Half Brewing Company, and they are headquartered in Brooklyn, New York, and this is their Double Motueka Daydream. So this is a double dry hopped Imperial Oat Cream IPA that comes in at 8.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed, time of review, and this can is approximately 6.5 weeks old. So I didn't plan on reviewing another Other Half beer for probably a couple weeks. However, recently I hung out with some friends at the Other Half location in downtown Buffalo, New York. We had a bunch of pours, we shared some beers, and when we bought some stuff to go home, they were nice enough to randomly just throw in a 4-pack of this beer. So shout out to the fine gentleman at Other Half Buffalo who hooked us up with a 4-pack of this. So I grabbed a can of it to review. And the reason they said that they were throwing it in is Other Half encourages them to kind of get rid of a bit older stock whenever they can. And when they gave us this beer, it was like 5.5 weeks old. Is that super old? I don't think so. I've had could be a little bit longer review, but I just want to mention this. I've had a handful of different Other Half beers, very old, one of which was their Double Motueka Daydream. I've had that beer from just under a week old to almost 6 months old, and I'm telling you, does it fall off a little bit, but the cans I had that were almost 6 months old were fucking phenomenal. They were kept cold the entire time, so it is how you handle it and whatnot, but by no means is 5.5 weeks crazy to be like, oh, I just gotta get rid of the older stock. A lot of breweries wouldn't blink an eye at that, so that's awesome. Other Half does that. Even better, we were able to get this one for free, so this is a free beer. However, I'm going to review it as honest as I can because that's what this channel is all about. I mean, it's their Imperial Oat Cream IPA series, which more or less means they use a shit ton of oats, some lactose, and this one features Motueka hops, obviously. They have a little spiel on the side of the can, which we'll read at the end. If I remember, if not, it'll be in the description box. So I'm going to use my Genesee and Other Half Jenny Dream Ale glass because I don't use this enough. I thought the green with the kind of green label would be nice, but the problem is you really can't see the beer as well, but I fucking love this glass. It just, don't use it that often. So we're going to give it a pour here, see what we got going on. And I'm spilling it because that's what I do. Yeah, baby. It's the Beer Patrol. We're going to spill some shit. Yeah. Got a little bit here and I don't know when I all of a sudden just decided I couldn't pour beer at all anymore. But get another one out here just in case we need it. I don't think so, but you know, it is what it is. Something like that. And then we'll wipe out the side, put it over on here. All of the Daydream series cans, I think there's a couple behind me on the pretentious wall bottles cans, all look very similar. Coming down the glass over here. So how does that look? Well, it looks like I poured it like a fucking moron, because I am. But in that glass, fantastic. Honey orange classic, Other Half look to it. Very murky and turbid. Hold it up to the light, can't see through it. About a 3-finger of this lightly tan colored head. It definitely has this lightly tan colored kind of look to it. It's probably going to look more like off-white on camera, but definitely lightly tanned. Super creamy looking, very small bubbles for the most part, some moderate sized bubbles for most part. It just looks fucking, honestly, in this glass, I think it looks amazing, if I'm just being honest. Like, you know, appearance doesn't mean a whole lot. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but for the most part, not really. That looks phenomenal in the glass. Let's get those. Okay. Lemon lime for sure. Oh yeah. Now that the head's starting to die down, lemon lime for sure. Passion fruit. Guava. Even though I said I wasn't going to do this after having lychees recently, has a generic like tropical kind of fruit quality, and that's what I feel like a lychee tastes like now. So I'll say lychee. Ooh, that smells delightful. Yeah, lychee for sure. It's in order it goes lemon, lime, passion fruit, and guava, and lychee. Not really getting much citrus or anything out of this. There's a smidge of vanilla, getting like a touch of like a creamsicle kind of vibe because of the lactose. They don't use a lot. It's a bunch of oats, a touch of lactose, but a little bit of creamsicle. There's a little bit of a maltiness in here. So maybe what I just said about the age does matter. Not big or anything, but right after that, I get like a lemon lime creamsicle right now. Like it's wild. It's definitely changing. This smells really good. Outside of that touch of maltiness, smells kind of what I would expect from a Motueka, a double IPA. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again to the boys at Other Half for this one. Cheers. It's fucking divine. It's a lemon lime creamsicle. But the vanilla isn't like over the top, but is definitely more noticeable than the nose. This is really good. Real good. Mouthfeel spectacular. Body, medium, touch over medium. It's a bit thin for 8.5%, but just a bit. Like if you told me it's a 7, 7.5, sure. 8.5, not really. Bit thin. Mouthfeel's fantastic. I don't know, I said this in the last review I did with the Imperial Oat Cream IPA. I don't know how many times that I've said an Imperial Oat Cream IPA from them has like lacked in the mouthfeel. It has to be less than 5. Because more often than not, they nail the mouthfeel with all those oats and a little bit of lactose. Soft, smooth, creamy. Done. Like this is a luscious, pillowy, just mouthfeel. It's fantastic. If I'm being honest with you, the taste isn't all that complex, but what's there is delicious. Forefront, thankfully, no maltiness that I was getting in the nose. Not oxidized whatsoever. It's just front to back, lemon lime. You could throw passion fruit, guava, lychee. We'll say like a generic tropical, slightly exotic tropical fruit. Creamsicle, that's what this is. It's a lot of lemon lime, almost like Sprite or 7-Up-esque, but not that sweet. Maybe a touch of like an underlying like sweeter citrus, like a grapefruit or maybe an orange, but for the most part, it's lemon lime, and then the generic like tropical fruit, passion fruit, guava, and lychee. The vanilla, omnipresent, not too big, definitely there. Again, creamsicle vibes for sure. And then the finish is semi-full on dry, very mild bitterness, 2 knocks against this beer. Bit thin, need a little bit more bitterness here. However, it is an Imperial Oat Cream IPA, hazy IPA, double IPA, Imperial IPA. I get that's not what the style dictates, but that's what my palate dictates nowadays. So a little bit lacking with those two. This is a lovely beer to drink for the mouthfeel and that lemon lime creamsicle vibe alone. I do think I'd be one and done with this both because of the ABV and the fact that it's a bit sweeter. So, thin body, number one, needs a little bit more bitterness to balance out the sweetness. Outside of that, it's delicious. Hides the ABV extremely well because of lighter body. I wouldn't guess over 7, 7.5%. So hides it well. It's not overly complex on the palate, and I've said this in the past, but beer doesn't need to be complex to be good. And this is a prime example of that. This is not complex, and it is quite delicious. And it is a beer that, if you like Motueka hops, I don't understand how you wouldn't enjoy this one because it's damn tasty to my palate. Anything else to say about it? No, I'm in between 2 scores, but I think I know where I'm going. Yeah, I think the lack of body and the lack of a bitterness definitely leans it more into the high 4.25 realm. So Double Motueka Daydream from Other Half. We'll go high 4.25. We'll go 4.3 out of 5. It would definitely get in that 4 or 5 range if the body was a little bit bigger, and on top of that, the sweetness was a little bit dialed down and there's a bitterness. Like if this just had a mild to moderate bitterness, I think right there probably gets it into like a 4.4 realm. I gave it a 4.3, so I bump it up 0.1, but it didn't. So got to be honest. But this is another delicious, delicious offering from Other Half. The hell did that go? I know, not right there. Seek this one out if you like this series, or you like Motueka hops, or you like Other Half. Oh yeah, on the side here, it says a hazy Imperial Oat Cream IPA brewed with milk, sugar, oats, and a single hop Motueka. Notes of creamy papaya. Okay, I can see that, and lemon lime. Now I was getting like passion. What's it, papaya? I was getting like more passion fruit, guava, lychee. It does have a creaminess. I could see like a creamy, fleshy fruit, like a papaya, honeydew melon, cantaloupe. Maybe even like a overripened mango. I could see that. So yeah, I could get down with that. But myself, I didn't pick up on the papaya fruit. Not at all. Until I just took that sip. Great beer though. Price point availability. Well, I paid $0 for it because of the kind individuals at Other Half. But this I think is $20 a 4-pack at the brewery. If you see it in like a bottle shop, if you're not close to one of their locations, probably in the probably in like the $6 realm. You might even see it for like $7, $8. I've heard people say like they don't buy Other Half in certain regions, like a couple folks I think in like the New England area, like Rhode Island, for example, or like New Hampshire. So I think some folks in Chicago said their stuff was expensive. So I probably wouldn't pay more than like $6 a can for this. But you know, I can't blame you if you see it and you wanted to try it and it was like $7 or $8 a can. I would pick it up, but I wouldn't buy it for like, you know, $30 a 4-pack. That'd be crazy when it's $20 4-pack at the brewery. And availability is Other Half, I have no fucking idea at this point. They have somewhere around 83 different breweries in a bunch of different states. They just, you can get their stuff now. I mean, you could trade for it if you can't get their stuff, but like you sometimes online at different sites, you can order right from their website. They ship to a bunch of different states. So if you really want Other Half stuff, you can buy it from them. Luckily, I can get a lot of their singles here locally in the Buffalo, New York area. And yeah, so again, thanks to the boys over at Other Half for this beer. I will definitely return at some point. If I do an on-location video there, let you guys see the Buffalo digs. They're opening up like the main real brewery right now. They just kind of have like a satellite where they sell their beer and you can get pours and stuff. But I think they're going to have an actual brewery right next door to where they are. So that'll be cool when that opens up. But yeah, another great beer from Other Half. And I think the Other Half in Genesee glass really made this one a little bit better. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, 8.5%, you really can't tell. I'm going to drink the rest of this. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. If you've had this one before, please post a comment section. Appreciate it. Till the next one. Cheers.